We are the Lake Havasu City Community Team. Our public service announcements use humor and satire, integrating our hashtags, hashtag H2No and hashtag How Do You Save. Please enjoy the following demo, The Holdup, followed by our PSA storyboards.
Give me all you got. You know what I want.
That's it. That's all I've got. How am I supposed to make it? There won't be delivery for weeks.
Should have thought about that, but you still have time to change.
A 2010 Arizona supply and demand study indicates water demand in the state will outpace water supply by 2050. Water shortages may be declared on the Colorado River as soon as 2017.
If we don't take care of what we have, water could become more valuable than gold.
Our first PSA storyboard takes place in the Phoenix metro area, having coffee at the Phoenix Cafe. As each friend one by one takes their shot of dry espresso, they all have a remaining coffee ground mustache, normal to them in this future world limited by water. One friend asks another, "How is your coffee?" She replies, "A little dry." A fact will be added here. The second PSA incorporates dueling artists drawing on a whiteboard telling the story of Arizona's water planning shift between the past, present, and future realities, between availability and demand. The artists will outline multiple maps of the state depicting water resources, tipping points, and future problems using factual and technical data. This will allow each viewer to see how their specific area will be affected by what the future holds. The two artists bicker among each other and add humor along the way. The third PSA has a South Central Phoenix Valley farmer driving in his truck looking down at his passenger seat with a baby crying in the back seat. He keeps saying, "I just can't take care of you anymore. I always thought there would be enough." The viewer assumes he is speaking to the baby in the back, who he is about to give up, until he says, "My father thought the Colorado River was our saving grace that would be around forever. Now the canals are dry." It is then revealed he is talking to the citrus tree in the front seat. Then he says there's just not enough water and pulls over to the city dump where he gently lies down his sweet tree. Fact: agriculture makes up over half of the state's water demand, but just as important is agriculture to the state's economy. Water for food. We need to take care of what we have. PSA opens at the Phoenix Grill, an upscale trendy restaurant in downtown Phoenix. A nicely dressed couple is finishing up their fancy meal. No drinks are visible on the table. The check arrives and the audience sees the total is $91.50 with no dollar sign indicated. The man reaches down and places 2 large jugs of water on the table while saying, "This is about 91. He then reaches down and grabs a mini water bottle and states, "This should cover the change and tip." Satisfied, he and his wife get up and leave carrying a heavy sack of water with them. A fact will be added here. Fifth PSA, a water delivery truck pulls up to a decrepit town to deliver water where there's none. Based on drastic water conditions, the viewer assumes this is a third world country, only to discover the location is actually their town, Arizona. Residents flood to the water delivery truck to get their ration. Then camera pans off to a truck driving away with a sign displaying, "Next stop, your town, Arizona." Fact: the population projections for the state indicate it may double in certain areas by 2110, along with a commensurate increase in water demand and decreasing water supplies. The sixth PSA takes place in a Phoenix office, with employees looking around the office at various dead plants and dried up fish bowls. One coworker asks, "What happened to all the office plants?" Another responds, "There's not enough water in Phoenix anymore." The PSA then zooms to the water cooler, where another coworker exclaims, "Have you heard about 50 Shades of Grey water?" Acting scandalous, the camera then zooms to someone using a 50 Shades of Grey water book while using gray water on their plants. Gray water fact to be added. The last PSA opens on Lake Mead with the bathtub ring background. College students are enjoying themselves when one student jumps off the boat into the water. The scene becomes slow motion, and he closes his eyes to a dreamlike state in which wasteful water scenes like running sprinklers and irrigation are played. Then the student opens his eyes to see he has landed on a dry lake bed. Thank you for watching.